Good evening. You join me tonight at Wisbech Castle. We are here. We are here for the night. We are on the top floor in one of the big rooms. Then we'll end up on the ground floor, and then during the evening we'll end up in the catacombs and the tunnels as well, which are very low ceilings. So you will be seeing us wearing a hard hat. So we're losing the cap, guys. Don't wear a hard hat. So at the moment in this room there is a chair just over here. That's currently got a REM pod on it, and we've got two cat balls on the floor while we get set up. So the building has been, well, there's been buildings here even since 1087, and then obviously there was a castle, and that's where it gets its name and everything like that. So it is an old building. We've got windows open here, and there are some offices there. So you might hear the outside world. We can just put outside on the screen when you hear that. So, right, let's get going. You see, I'm going to walk past these. Don't set them off, but I touch it with my foot. Give it a little roll. They are on. Same with the REM pod. They are on. Everything's on, everything's active. So, great. So we should wait for these to stop. Thank you. Right, are there any spirits here that wish to come forward and communicate with me at all, please? I'd very much appreciate it. If so, can you light up one of these balls in front of me, please? If you just saw it, was very easy to do. I only had to give it a little tap with my foot. That bang then, we can debunk that. That was in the office. Are there any spirits here? Can you copy this bang for me at all? That little crick there was my foot. Like I said, the building is very, very old. A lot of floorboards are creaky. I'm going to try my best to stand still, but it is warm. It's like 29 degrees still at 2100 hours, so it is still very warm. Please come forward, spirits, and come and communicate with me. I mean you no harm or disrespect. I'm very friendly. I'd just like to know whether you're here at all, please. Can you just light up one of these balls or go sit on that chair for me, please? Can you copy my knock, please? So that noise there would debunk that, people in the office. If you're here, please come forward and let's have a conversation. What I can do is I can put down I know you know what a K2 meter is. I can always put one of these down. I can put it in the middle here. If I can get it to stand up. There we go, stay. Good K2. What I'll do is just knock that way. And I'll stand back. The only things I have in my pockets are a recorder, the EVPs. Other than that, there is nothing in my pocket, so there's no mobile phones, anything like that. Because whether you know or not, your mobile phone will actually interfere with the K2 up to about 12 feet. I have tested this, so yeah. So if there's any spirits here that wish to come and communicate, you've got 4 options here. You've got this cat ball here, you've got the one over here, you've got that K2 you can go near, and you've got the REM pod on the chair. The REM pod makes a bit of noise and the light flashes, but it won't harm you in any way. So please come forward and communicate with me. That there was the floorboard. I shifted my weight. Please come forward. I'd like to have a conversation if possible. Maybe do some yes/no questions. Would that be okay? Would that be a possibility at all? Noise there again. Debunk that as well, that we've got in the case just over there. You can always get one of them out if needed. At the moment I'm just trying to establish some form of base of communication. At the moment it is very, very quiet in here. Whilst all of the lights on, it is very clean and tidy in here. Dust should be at a minimum. Like I said, there are 3 windows. There's 1, 2, and 3 behind the cabinet. They are open. Got some creaky floorboards. Trying to find a non-creaky spot. So the spirits that are here, please come forward. What if I stepped outside the room for a minute? I give you 60 seconds and then come back, and you know, so you can have a little play with some of the stuff in here and then see if you want to use any of that to communicate at all. What I'm going to do is just step outside this door just for 60 seconds, see if we get any activation. So we've got our A camera there, our B camera just over here. So we do have 2 cameras in this room at the moment, one for the higher shot, one for the lower shot. So the B camera is pointing at the floor. So I'm going to step outside the room for 60 seconds. Feel free to have a play with any of the equipment here. If you don't like any of this equipment, we do have some others we can try. So I'm just going to step outside for 60 seconds and then you just have a little play. Right, spirits, I'm back. Hopefully you've had a little play with some of the equipment. I'll have to look at it in review. But what we'll do now is I'm going to reach my pocket, get the recorder out, and we will start a little EVP session. So that there's the door, there are staff in the building. So, okay, get the recorder, placing the recorder down upstairs, main room, stepping back So if there's any spirits here that wish to communicate at all, that little device I just put down with a red light on it, you can use that to communicate. You can just talk into it. I'd like to start by knowing your name, please. So did you used to work here? Did you live here back when this was a castle in 1087? Do you enjoy the fact that people come and try and communicate with you? Okay, go up. Place the recorder down upstairs in main room. Stay back. So if there's any spirits here that wish to communicate at all, that little device I just put down with a red light on it, you can use that to communicate. You can just talk into it. I'd like to start by knowing your name, please. That's outside sounds. So did you used to work here? Did you live here back when this was a castle in 1087? Do you enjoy the fact that people come and try and communicate with you? Right, so during playback there was no EVPs recorded. They said the windows are open, so you did just hear some motorbikes. Let's turn this off. What we'll do is we'll try the hexagon. So this little device I've got here, you can use this to communicate. You can actually select the words and it will talk to us as well, and we can visually see the word that you're selecting. I'm just going to place this down. There we go, it's up and running now. So feel free to come and use that. There's over 2,000 words there. Surface. What do you mean by surface? Do you mean servant? I believe servant is in there if you want to look for it and select it. But you can also use that to tell me your name. See, I try to be a gentleman as much as I can, and I like to know the name of the person I'm talking to. So if I could have your name, I can then address you in the correct and appropriate manner. So at the moment, we've only had one word come up on the hexagon, which was surface. It is very early in the evening. We can debunk that in the office. So, so far it's still very early in the evening. We've only had surface come up on the hexagon. We've had no activation of cat balls or Was that your name? If Aqua was your name, can you light that ball up over there for me, please? So we are in the town centre of Wisbech. Like I said, the windows are open, so you are hearing the outside world, but we can mark that up. Okay, thank you very much for setting that off. It's greatly appreciated. So me shifting around won't set that off. As you can see there, so that was a ball activation. So thank you very much for setting that off. Can you do that again, please? Maybe try the other ball. Or would you like this one and want to come and sit down beside me?